Jeffree Star. Is he a narcissist? Is he a bully? Is his apology to James Charles authentic? So in this episode we're going to be looking at why this bit of body language,
this is my real life,
and this,
all,
and this,
100%, 100%,
could give you all the insight you need to know about his apology, and also some nuclear insight into his characteristics. And I've also received some messages about a guy called Shane Dawson. If you enjoy this video and I get 2,000 likes and there's the interest in it, I'll do a very specific body language analysis on Shane Dawson's apology video. So for those subscribers, welcome back, and for those new to the channel, welcome to the Believe in Bruce channel. The channel where we look at body language or anything to do with the head and the heart if you're interested in understanding more about the art of lying. So you can hide your lie, but nobody will ever be able to lie to you again, including your partner. Take 2 seconds to subscribe below. I'm getting some real support for this channel. I think people like the fair and balanced approach that I try to do, as well as the data-driven, the scientific information that I give that backs up why people do what they do with their body language. So yeah, take 2 seconds to subscribe, and also, if you've got any other suggestions, and I will always credit suggestions of other people who is relevant, who there's popular, who people are searching for, who you would like me to do a body language review on, then you can connect with me at Instagram, Believe in Bruce 360. So yes, Jeff, now I'm brand new to this. I'm absolutely brand new to Jeffree Star and Tati and Shane Dawson, all this type of stuff. But I had a few people message me and say, Bruce, this is an area I've never really looked into before. Would you care to do it and just put your believe in brain across this subject and just give your opinion if you think Jeffree Star is being authentic or not? And he seems a very interesting character. Always interested in people like Jeffree Star, who definitely sit maybe outside the average bracket, but that makes it fascinating for somebody like me to look into and analyse and share my opinions on. So what I'm going to do now is just focus on the particular section within Jeffree's video where he's apologising to James Charles. And the first bit of body language that I want to bring to your awareness is that the globus sensation. Now in this video, Jeffree seems very structured, he seems very slow. He gives some type of inkling that he's usually crazy and frenetic, so I don't know if slow and structured is his normal emotional baseline. You know more than me. If you're into Jeffree Star, comment below and tell me, is his speech, is his cadence, what he's given in this video, is that normally what he's like, or is it well above or well below? But what you see here is what's called the globus sensation. He's very structured, he's very calm, he's very fluid. And then he gets to the point where he's just about to start the apology to James Charles. And you feel that tightness of his throat because he messes one of his words up. It's about, well, should I have speak about stuff I didn't speak about? Something along those lines. Now, if you're from the UK, I'm from Newcastle. We're not known for our understandable accents and being grammatically correct all the time. But even I was like, well, Jeffree, that just doesn't go together. Now, the reason why this could have happened is that although he's speaking the words right now, he knows he's coming up to the bit where he's got to apologise. Part of the hippocampus where we store our emotional memory, that can be resonating here. He's making this apology. It could be authentic, it could be to save his career, it could be anywhere between those spectrums. But because he perceives a threat, then that amygdala kicks in, the adrenal glands kick in, and this is what we get, the globus sensation, which is why he struggles with that particular word.
I speak on things I shouldn't have speak on,
Now it could be that he just forgot the word and he doesn't know what to say. Again, I'm always fair and balanced. But that's where I would stop. Okay, why all of a sudden, where you've been calm and fluid, did you miss that beat? Did you actually get the incorrect word? That's where I would start digging that little bit deeper, just to uncover more of the truth. And then what you've got here is, I've noticed where Jeffree's baseline is, where he looks to collect his memories. It's down and to the left. Down and to the left, that's where he goes when he's thinking about something that's actually happened. And when he says here, did I get caught up in the hype? You'll see him looking down there. But also there's an eye block. Now an eye block, an eye block is when something has occurred and you're trying to block out the vision of it. And there's a lot of eye blocks occur within Jeffree's speech, which I'll bring to your attention as this video develops. But you'll see he's looking down there and there's an eye block. He wants to actually remove that vision of him getting caught up in the hype. So for me, this bit looks truthful. he is looking down. And you also see his hands move about, you know, I got caught up in the hype. It's what we call the whirlwind terminology. He's actually showing you the emotions via his hands. I use my hands quite a bit. But what Jeffree's doing here, he's looking down. That's an authentic position. He's recollecting a memory. He gives the eye block what we call a behavioural cluster. And his hands are moving, so there's 3 parts of that behavioural cluster there. So for me personally, that bit does look authentic when he's basically saying to himself, I wish I hadn't got caught up in the hype. For me, that's truthful.
Did I get caught up in the hype? Get caught up in the hype? Get caught up in the hype?
And then we get a really strong eye block here, a really strong eye block where you say, look, should I have just not rang James Charles and found out the truth for him? And you see when you're 100% on the, literally at the beat of 100%, there's a really strong eye block. Jeffree's going down into himself. He's exploring those negative emotions. He's trying to battle with those negative emotions. He really wants to rewind to that point there and have done something differently. That's what you see about the really strong, elongated eye block that goes on here. He is so wishing he had done things differently. Again, I'm not sure for James's Charles feelings or for his own internal feelings. That'll come a bit later. But there's a genuine remorse or genuine wish that he'd wish he'd done something different. Take a look.
And did I not just simply call James Charles and ask questions myself? 100%, 100%, 100%.
What we talk about is the T-junction. This is what we talk about on the Believer in Bruce channel. Again, if you're enjoying what I'm talking about, subscribe below. It'd be great to have you stick around for a little bit longer. See the rest of the videos that I do. The T-junction is something where I talk about what was the person saying or being asked by another individual, and what was their body doing at that particular time. And what we see here is definite, without a shadow of a doubt, definite confirmation via eye blocks, is that when he's saying sorry to James Charles for his actions and behaviours we get the bigger one on, alright? But when he says sorry, there's an eye block, he means it. When he says actions, there's another eye block. He's trying to block out his actions. And then when he goes to behaviours, there's an even stronger one. So for me with Jeffree Star, whether he's saying sorry to James Charles or himself, you know, he's actually sorry for hurting someone's feelings, or he's sorry for putting his own career at risk, we would have to dig this a little bit deeper, which I'll cover in a little bit. But right now, he's trying to block out those actions, so there is some remorse there. Again, we just don't know for himself or for James Charles or for a combination. Again, always being fair and balanced.
So, James, I am truly sorry for my actions and my behavior.
What we've got here is an indication before the apology, where he talks about it's his life. And what we get there is what we call a heart cover. It's just under the supernatural notch. Alright, so generally when females, more females than men do it sometimes, but it's generally a female that when they are offered information, they go, oh, something scares them. Oh, no, that didn't happen. And it's generally accompanied by a shield as well. One arm will come up and one arm will protect the neck. Oh, they didn't. Yeah, so this is what we see here. However, it's a few inches below. So when you listen to the words that Jeffree's talking about and he puts his hand on his heart there, and you'll see where his fingers tell you where he's thinking about his own heart, which lines up with it's my life. So when you're talking about an apology to somebody else, but then you're actually really protecting yourself, really, from that one action, you can't say whether he's being truthful or not. But for me, from a body language perspective, if I was doing some investigation or interviewing, I would notice that and I would dig in a little bit deeper just to uncover what he is truly thinking about at that particular time. Have a look.
This is my real life.
And also here he talks about at the start of his video, you know, there's going to be no excuses. It's all about me. I'm going to take accountability for myself. But then what you find is some of the real KPI points, the flash points within this video, where he's really emphasizing the point and that energy's coming out, is where he says we all need to take responsibility for our actions. So for me, it's like what you're trying to do there with the all, we all need to do that, is you're trying to actually balance the scales by saying, well, it's not just me who needs to say sorry here, there's other people, or there's something else that he's meaning. Again, because the right question wasn't asked, I couldn't get to that, so that's where I would stop and dig that little bit deeper. But it's the emphasis, it's the cadence, it's the energy that comes with that all. It's like, it's not just me here. So although he is taking accountability, he's also trying to balance it by bringing other people in to say that, hey, I'm not the devil, there's other things going on here. What could be those other things? Comment below and let me know. It's always an education for me. So, bringing that all together. Do I think Jeffree Star is being authentic or not? Well, you know, it's a very ambiguous place because of the structure of the cadence, of the inflection that he's offering. It looks very staged. All right, it's very staged, it's very planned, which automatically gets one doubting about why is one offering that information in a certain way. However, in order to be fair and balanced, there is certain things that he does that equals truthfulness, that equals authenticity. So if I didn't offer that myself, I wouldn't be being truthful. But there is also, which makes it really interesting here, there is a number of things and words that he does and body observation that he offers, which I've just gone through, that actually makes me, I'm sort of 50-50 split. That's the point where I'm exactly at now. So I know that people are against Jeffree Star. I know that people are with Jeffree Star. It's absolutely fair and balanced to say that there's some things that he does looks authentic, but there's also a lot of things that he does that I would just, rather than say he's lying, I would love to ask him some questions to dig that little bit deeper. But hopefully now you've got more of an understanding of Jeffree's baseline, who he wants to protect, where he looks when he's actually picking truthful things up, how he emphasises his points. So in future you'll be able to read Jeffree Star and other people's body language a little bit better. Remember, take 2 seconds to subscribe to the channel. It'd be great to get more towards that 200,000 and above. And again, if you're interested in the art of body language or lying or anything to do with the head and heart, I regularly upload videos onto this channel, so stay around. And please, if you've got any suggestions, Believe in Bruce 360 on Instagram, follow me on there. If anything's topical, if it's trending, if there's a lot of people interested on it, I would love to hear your suggestions, for which credit will be given. Now, there's obviously a Shane Dawson apology video out there. If I get 2,000 likes on this video, then I will do a Shane Dawson apology body language analysis review, just to see if you can see he is being authentic or not, or not, or not. But more important than any of this, believe in Bruce. Remember to be kind to yourselves and each other.